Why can't you see? So locate and stand straight and take aim. Let's gun is in my hands now, and I can't pull the trigger. I aim and then I fall down to my knees. The bullet's in my hand now, and I can't load the chamber. Is this what you'll remember of me? Remember carefully. The gun is in my hands now, and I can't pull the trigger. I aim and then I fall down to my knees. The bullet's in my hand now, and I can't load the chamber. Is this what you'll remember of me? The gun is in my Is this what you'll remember of me? The gun is in my Is this what you'll remember of me? Remember carefully.
Shit, let me turn it on.
If you build it, they will come. Welcome, everybody. FSB Racing Friday night. Winston Cup action from Iowa Speedway. I'm your host, Shawn Reap. Back in the booth again with my partner in crime, the man, the myth, the monster, Milt Minter Jr. How you doing, Milty?
Is this heaven?
Nah, this is
No.
Iowa, dude.
Iowa. Wow.
This is
Welcome
Rusty
to
Wallace's
the
Field of Dreams, as I call it. Rusty Wallace designed this track from the ground up. It's a unique track built with no wall. It's built for safer barrier from day one. There's just posts in the ground with safer barrier on it. Very modern facility, but we're putting our retro cars on it tonight. And this is the night version, as you see the lovely sunset above my head there, and behind the media center or luxury boxes, whatever that is there, the tower. This is a great little track. It's about a 3/4 mile. Drives kind of like Richmond and Rockingham had a baby. We got 100 laps here tonight, and Slim Jim Gately won 2 races in a row before the wild card of Daytona popped up, so he's looking to pick back up on that hot streak. It's the 23 car on the pole. Jordan McGregor, who's still very much in the points despite missing at least a week, maybe 2. He's back in the number 30 tonight. The Folgers coffee machine will be rolling out there on the outside pole. Will Farmer continuing to improve week by week. Puts the McQueen machine on inside of row 2. Johnny Doucette in the 58. Ken Shea, short track specialist. You see him passing by right there. Yeah, Ken Shea in the 91. Super B will start at P5. Mark DeSenza must be feeling better because he's up there in P6 with the number 3 Wrangler Jeans machine. Bill Yarborough, another short track specialist, puts it on the grid 7th. Ken Hansen, Dennis Chambers, and Rick Johnson, who's just fast everywhere. He put 4 wheels under him. He flies. He puts the 52 car in the 10th spot to round out your top 10 there. Let's get a look around this track if we can.
Don't recall if I've ever run here. I just downloaded the tracks. Probably not.
Here we go. We'll ride with Jordan McGregor as he gets his final practice in here. So you got kind of a blind pit entry here. Right there. There's your pit entrance. There's a drag strip on the front stretch, too. It's a multi-purpose facility. So here you got the curved front stretch, much like Richmond and Rockingham, like I said before. Float it down to the bottom. Through turns 1 and 2. You might even clip the apron there as the tires wear, try to make it turn off. And then again, down to 3. This is the part that's very much like Rockingham. Just kind of hug the bottom. Very line-dependent track. You don't need brakes unless you're in traffic or trying to save a little at the end there. Just throttle management, float it, take care of the tires. I'd say you could possibly do this race on one stop if you can take care of that right front tire tonight. See Will Farmer making a pit stop there. Jordan McGregor, I think Jordan meant to pit that time by and missed his pit entry. Let's see if he tries again this time by.
Kind of watching and learning right now. That's why I'm not talking, which usually everybody knows I talk a lot. But as a driver, I'm here watching and learning. Wow, that pit road entrance is
it's
very
blind, like I said.
Strange.
And if you miss it, you might.
45-degree angle there. You're almost headed right for the barrel to hit your spot. Looks like.
Yeah, and if you miss it, you end up on a drag strip. Here we got Dennis Chambers making his pit stop. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a beautiful entry right there for the 10 car. The Jim Salad machine.
Yeah, you see him stay on the track, break in a straight line, and then cut down, which is the way to go.
Bob Williams and that David Pearson inspired Chattanooga Chew, number 57, getting some practice in. He didn't feel very confident on short tracks. Wasn't sure he was going to run the chicken run. Stuck around and ran it anyway. Told him there's no substitute for seat time, and looks like he took that to heart, and he's having a good practice tonight, too.
You also
192.
see guys stopping early, getting off early there, which during the race might be, because staying on the track late, you might get hammered, when you're trying to pit if guys are not sure you're pitting.
Plus, when you come in under green flag conditions, you're going to have some pretty darn greasy tires. So, I always like to get them nice and hot before I try it, even if they're not fully worn in happy hour. So just to round out our field here, Pops Marguson put the 99 11th. Dan Irvine on the 27, Rick Castle, Sam Young, Rick Biscano round out your top 15. Big Cactus Steve Weber puts the 83 16th on the grid. Dan Jones back to driving. He's back from Mexico, and he's back on the track on a Friday night. The 007 starts 17th. Bob Williams, as we mentioned before, getting the hang of things here. Getting a little short track experience. Starts at 18th. 101 Jeff Habek, Brad Otto in the 31 rounds out your top 20. Then Ryan Johnson, your series admin. Chet Barkin taking a provisional. T.G. Reese. And Joe Sharam. We got paint for Joe Sharam this week in that 192 car. That's exciting. No more default for Joe.
Well, this is short track racing right here, and
We gotta make our picks
welcome
before this pace car ducks off, man.
FSB. And well, Jim Ray picked the 52. That's an easy one.
He always picks the 52.
I'm gonna go with the 91 of Ken Shea, Ski G. Races very limited schedule, but he's got what it takes. Oh, sure.
That's a solid pick. Ken Shea is really tough on short tracks, so I'm gonna go with Coffee. Gonna take the 30 car with Jordan McGregor as Slim Jim leads us to the green. Hopefully nobody. Let's keep that car clean.
Slim Jim Gately in the lead there. I was a little behind, so I missed the start, but we've done a bunch of boogity, so Slim Jim on a 3 out of 4? Or is that 2 out of 3?
He 2 out of the last 3 because he won the first 2 before
and he's
Daytona.
on a roll again and qualifies on the pole. The master at these at just about any track, but you see the line. There's nobody that has such a beautiful line going through the corner like Slim Jim. He's just a machine, and he brings the car in so late, but then still gets that line where other guys, like you see McGregor behind, is a little more straighter entry, which is always my thing following Slim Jim. Later on, that affects that tire wear. He just gets such a great run coming out. Gary Forkob, former racer and the Ironman Award winner at FSB and admin in the house tonight. My iRacing teammate. Yo, what's up, Jerry? Still spreading out there a little bit.
Yeah,
Will Farmer with a nice qualifying, and he really seems dialed in tonight. Kachinga. Billy Yarborough, we know that guy's always going to be up in the front by the end of one of these races. And he's an excellent short track driver. A lot of banking here. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape here.
Yeah, it's a
we got
0.875 mile D oval. Pit road speed's 45 degrees. Turns are 14 degrees. Front stretch is banked 10 degrees, and back stretch 4 degrees. And
so it's pretty flat with some banking. You see, it's basically a one-line track, like you said.
One line, but you can. The big passing opportunity is usually turn 1, as you see. 68 car of Chet Barkin already ducking off with some problems. Wonder if that's connection issues or frame rate issues again.
And Doris, once again, cheering for her son and looking for 3 out of 4 here, and that's very possible. Mark DeCinza back there battling with the 58, Johnny Doucette. Johnny Five Fingers. Johnny Five Fingers. I want you to go to Iowa, and I want you to take care of this race. Calls himself Johnny Five Fingers. That's a great. That's definitely right out of.
That's definitely a mafia nickname right there.
Racing right there. Behind him is the number 10 of Dennis Chambers, and like million time Rick Johnson in the red box Ford. You better watch him. He's pretty good.
Starting way back in the field, you got T.G. Reese. Got the right side camera on him, and we are already under caution.
And we got caution.
You're at lap 10. Huh. I'm not finding it with Alt 6.
Oh, looks like Chet Barkin down low on the apron. Maybe it was Chet Barkin. The STP, the Racer's Edge. He's going again. I don't see any damage there.
That is the nearest thing I can figure. His car came to a stop on the apron on the backstretch. And then he got rolling again, and but right about where he stopped is when the caution came out, even though he was off the racing groove.
Dan Jones in the house. Dan, how's your race going so far? P13 till this cycle's out. Dan,
Good
you got a
race,
copy?
good race.
There you go.
Yeah, Dan, did your spotter give any indication as to what the cause of that caution was?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear it or see what happened.
Yeah, the only thing we can figure is that the 68 car came to a stop very low on the backstretch.
He said computer issues, and
Okay.
that may have been
He
what
was
happened.
a lap down. Everybody passed him, right?
Yeah, well, he had a problem right on the start.
Pulled over. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm behind again. Now he's in the pits. That STP team working on the Sacramento, California native.
Yeah, more technical issues for the 68. We gotta see if we can't get him sorted out, because it's gotta be getting frustrating for Chet. Meanwhile,
What a field tonight.
yeah, this is gonna be a
Yeah, Edgefield.
bunch of short track aces out there tonight.
Got Francis Dittman in the house watching
Yeah.
tonight. What's up, Indy 500 winner?
Yeah, the Bandit, our old broadcast partner, they're checking in, Francis Dittman. He says he gave
him that
Johnny the nickname,
okay.
yeah.
I want you to go ahead and take care of that thing, you know?
Are they in the garbage business like Sam? I think they're all connected.
I think so.
Well, Sam's out of the garbage business now. He's hanging signs again.
I'm going to give Slim.
He says he's out.
I'm going to give Slim Jim
Oh, I
Beasley
see.
an offer he can't refuse.
You're never really out, huh?
Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
And I think he's got Joe Mutt Sharam. I think Joe might be affiliated too. You don't get names like that unless, maybe, at least it's not like, Melty 2 times. I'm going to go get another beer. Which actually, I'm going to do that, and I'll be
There
right
you go.
back. Hey, Ken Soska in the house. What's up, bro?
Yeah, thanks for checking in, guys. Ken Soska, Doris Gately, Jerry F., Francis Dittman, everybody else in the YouTube chat. It looks like the 52 car, Rick Johnson, ready to lead us back to green. We got our in-race reporter, Dan Jones, on your right side there, sitting in P13 currently. There's a weird little quirk of the lighting as they come around the corners on that camera 1. Just so you know, that's the track, not the stream messing up. As see 23, Slim Jim Gately looks to take the lead back. Wasting no time getting back around the 52
Good battle
car.
here with 007.
Yeah, Dan Jones got Rick Castle on the
Rick
inside right
Castle
now.
on the inside. You want some Crown Royal? Do you expect me to talk? Oh, I expect to pass you. All over the back of him with the big cactus Steve Weber taking a look, and the boss, Lamont Sammy behind. Smoke, as they call him. Hope we don't see no smoke from the 98 car today. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, see? Where's the Maltese Falcon? I know you got it. Don't teach me again. Ryan Johnson is 16th, Mr. Fuel Saver. What's up with him? Trying to stay out of trouble? I think so.
Absolutely.
68 leaving pit road. Still more problems for Chet Barkin. They haven't given up on that Dodge team there, but
That's actually a Pontiac, but yeah, it's
Pontiac,
9 laps down now.
Excuse me. And I know better than that.
Hmm.
The 101 of Jeff Havoc in 22nd there, battling with Joe Sherm. You know, go up and get the race, man. I mean, and you no matter where you are in the field, you're gonna be battling somebody, and these guys are having fun. This is intense.
Ooh, Will
Love
Farmer
that.
gets real close to the wall there, off of
Whoa,
4,
whoa.
hangs on to it.
Love that DuPont paint job of Joe Sherm in the 192.
Yeah, it's one of the, I think that was that a shootout or an all-star race scheme that Jeff Gordon ran. And translated to the Monte Carlo
Jeff,
88 body.
4-car battle in the rear there with the Chattanooga Chew. Ding! Bob Williams. And the Marine is after him there, Brad Otto. As we move up, Johnny Doucette taking a look at, whoops, I went backwards there. And another chewed back a spit there, Skull Bandit, TJ Reese. Ding! Coming back through the field, Rick Bisconner. They've lost quickly. They've lost a lot of time. This field's really spread out in the back, and that accordion effect has really messed these guys up. You drove Tuesday night. How's the draft here? Is there any draft or?
There's a tiny bit of draft that'll affect your fastest lap time, but as the tires wear,
Rick Castle was snapped loose right there. Oh man.
that allows 7 to get a look underneath.
Boy, he might have to hit the little green porta potty after this, and that affected him on the next corner. And Dan Jones gets by him, or does he? Side by side, they're still side by side.
Yeah, it's real hard to
And
complete
Dan
the
Jones
pass.
gets back into him.
Ooh, just barely underneath. It's real difficult to complete that pass off of 3. You want to just
Oh,
stay
man,
by their
that's
side
never-
and get through 1 and 2.
And you got Pops up there trying to get into the top 10, the venerable one. A little bit of smoke on the track there. 10th place is the beer can, Ken Hansen.
Yeah,
Ninth
Ken
is,
Shea. Ken Shea is all over the 30 car of Jordan McGregor. He wants by in a bad way. Also, as you noted, Pops Margison working on the 9 of Ken Hansen. Pops runs pretty well here.
Rest of this field is coagulated real close here. Dennis Chambers trying a couple different lines, getting the air on the nose, trying the 3 of Mark DeCinza. Has had some serious health problems, and looks like he's feeling better. We know what he can do. He's a FSB world champion and has dominated this series before, and he looks like he's coming. Just looking at what he's doing on the field right here, as he's side by side.
Oh, Des Chambers has to check up.
And he gets the apron. Great save by the 10 there. The real race car driver, Dan Irvine, all over him there. Dan Irvine, man, get on YouTube. This guy's got all kinds of videos. He's seriously short track, and he does it for real. And he does it on the simulation, and he chooses to be here at FSB to do that. So
Yeah, there's at least 3 guys out there that race real cars currently, with Jordan McGregor, Dan Irvine, and Dan Jones. This is a
Really?
whole lot cheaper, though.
oh yeah. Billy Yarbrough and the 95 keep it status quo there pretty much right now. That's what Bill do. He's such a smooth driver, with speed, and it's just so great at managing these races and not getting. Wow, somebody got really close to the wall there. Not getting, no panic. Great at pit stops, managing fuel, everything. He's got a great team there, you know. No Matt Watkins tonight. So, speaking of monsoon, so definitely him and Steve Weber carrying that monsoon flag there, and that 91. Really, here is the race right here, the 91 and the 30.
Yeah, that's why I haven't moved the left side off those two.
Slim Jim Gately is, I got to go here.
Yeah, Slim's just cruising up there. He's probably not really using all that much stuff. And these two are just racing hard for the position.
His mommy is, I like to call my mommy on my phone. When my mom calls, it says mommy, you know. So, he's not seeing him because he's so far ahead here.
Oh, focus on 23 Slim Jim there, as he is moved up to 1.3 seconds ahead of Jordan McGregor.
This is no surprise to anyone, especially a track like this. He's just, the best results I've ever got at FSB on a short track was after, training sessions with Slim Jim Gately. Riding in my car and watching where I was making small little mistakes. And that actually, I think my only really significant short track win in like, it was the Sportsman Cup back in those days. It was at Martinsville, straight training from him, or maybe it was Bristol, but two tracks I would never even think in the more modern era of FSB that I would even have a chance, but
you can see from the
he
spectator
teaches
cam.
a lot of these guys. He has no, he doesn't, he's not worried about giving away secrets. He gives everything away, and then I want to help you be better because it makes better racing. He's one of the, with all the setups that Slim makes for most of these tracks, the selflessness and dedication that Slim, he could have like 10 championships, but he's put family and life first, runs when he can, and just one of the people I respect as much as anybody that I've ever become friends with in the sim racing community.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, this battle back here with the 9, the 99, 007, 124, and now the 52 falling back into the clutches of this group. This is the real battle on the track right now.
38 out of 100. This is not a super long race for a short track, so as usual, I didn't pay attention to when they pit. So
I think you can make it 50 laps, but the key is making that right front tire last that long. So if it goes green, I'd say pit halfway. Oh, problem for the 95. Falling backwards here. Looks like maybe he got loose or got into the wall or something.
Bill Yarborough separated himself from the rest of the pack in P4 and trying to move down. Bill's great at saving tires early and then gaining spots later in the run. So, and he is catching. I think these guys might have used a little bit up racing each other, because here comes the 54. This is exactly what we want to see, with tire wear. Basically a one-lane track, so you see this spread out, so this is when you go into tire-saving mode. Really a little bit struggle going on back there, though. Mark DeSenza in P5. Last lap, 24-1. Bill was 24-1, so I mean he's there, but then Irvine 24-1, 6-6. Dennis Chamber 24-2. And the beer can's got some red box in his rearview mirror here.
Well, here's what happened with Will Farmer. I found it finally a couple laps ago. Looks like Ken was looking underneath the 27, and they both kind of went for the same spot. Dennis Chambers in the 10 has to jam the brakes. 95, Will Farmer has to slam on the brakes to miss him. Nobody hit anything, nobody spun, Bill didn't hit the wall. Probably just used a little more tire than he wanted and kept on going, so good job all around from everyone, you know, not turning that into something bigger. Do the 30 and the 91 working lap traffic now, as the leader has also gone by them, of course.
Pops Jim's Marguson, of course, his son raced here for years and then moved on with a lot of with young kids and all the stuff you got to do. But he still checks in on his dad racing and spent a lot of time together with his grandchildren. And, you know, he had eye problems there for a while. One race, he was like, well, I'm racing with one eye. And I'm like,
He had cataract surgery.
are you kidding me?
Meanwhile, Will Farmer just has got the parachute out. I think maybe he smoked the tires pretty bad there, and the rest of the field has just gone right on by.
Side by side, Dan Jones and Rick Johnson. It's Dan Jones.
Yeah, Rick Johnson definitely didn't take tires on that lap 10 caution, or if he did, he only took rights, and it's starting to show as the rest of the field goes around him.
Steve Weber, another guy, does. Oh, and it's, where did Ryan Johnson come from? He's starting to make a move here.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson's just been biding his time.
Outside, he can't get back in. He's going to get freight trained here.
Yeah, Sam Young following Ryan Johnson through. Although, looks like Sam's going to follow Rick for a little bit up top. Sam likes the higher entry there.
That's kind of a Slim Jim Gately entry, but Slim's just tends to get that down to the line thing where he gets off it just at the right time, you know. Great racing in this pack here. Rick Castle asserting himself with a little Crown Royal.
Meanwhile,
definitely make your sticker pegger.
Slim Jim better not look back, because Jordan McGregor is starting to cut into that lead. Jordan's pulled out to a half second on the 91 of Ken Shea, but also shaved that half second off of Slim Jim's lead. He's now about to break into the 1 second barrier.
As a driver, I'm thinking I don't want to be that guy that pits first, and then we have a caution because the pit road is extremely difficult and hasn't been achieved yet here under green. So it's one thing to do in practice, another thing to pull the money stop. It definitely gets your attention. You gotta clear your mind and remember, don't try to do too much. Do what I did in practice that was successful. You don't want to be so paranoid that you do it too slow.
No, Rick
Nothing
Johnson.
on the scanner yet.
Rick Johnson
They gotta
drops
be
more
pretty
spots.
Close to somebody thinking about pitting here, though.
Yeah, we're right at the halfway point, a little past it actually.
And we got something on the scanner here. Let's take a look. We got the 52. Rick Johnson is pitting. That should bring
And,
it way
oh,
back.
wow.
He gets hit by the 95. And does he make it?
He made
Does
it.
he make it? Oh, that could have made him speed there. Looking on the scanner, nobody else, but we got to go back and look and see what that ride was for Rick. Did he cross the line speeding? Okay, you can watch the. What I'll do is I'll go back and I'll watch Rick.
Yeah, I got it up now.
Okay. Oh, and he
He's
hits the
trying to-
wall there. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if he hit it all that hard.
But he did get some help there, but did he cross the
he
line
did
at
hit.
45 miles an hour? Or at least get to the first timing line. You can go over that line speeding, but you got to stay on the brakes and make sure you get below 45 as you hit the first timing line.
I think he should be okay damage-wise, and I think he might be okay speed-wise, too. As he
Yeah,
was
it was a
over
very
the
hard
speed
leg.
across the line,
Oh,
but
boy.
he was on the brakes,
Wow.
so it might be okay for him.
That is a hellacious pit road and nothing on the scanner. These guys are on different strategies here, but you got to figure it's coming. Rick's going to, his plan was to make that happen and then get out and cook some fresh tire laps while these guys stay out and get some track position here and see if it works for the million time there. Rick Johnson, multiple, I wish I could remember. I think 5-time at least Pro Cup champion.
Oh, at least.
We're going to have to figure out how to get, Jim Ray was talking about, I could get in and flash some of my stats, but nobody really cares anymore. I'm semi-retired, but there are archives all through the FSB.
Yeah, Sam has started to
You
make
can
an
dig
archive.
that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam has
Stats
made
are
a...
cool. Dudes like stats.
Sam has
nothing here.
started an archive page.
I'm sorry.
It's linked at the top of the website. You can find it there. I don't know how up to date it is, but it's definitely going to have your stats up to date as long as you've been inactive.
I'm not sure how many races. I think it's like 215, but I'm
It's
not
a lot.
Sure. Ryan Johnson taking a look at the boss there. The boss really running strong. Car really solid tonight for Sam Young, and he's getting passed by the 59, I think.
83, Weber hitting
comes
road.
in.
Oh, Dan Jones
Okay,
missed
we got
pit road.
stops. 27, 54, here it comes. Billy Yarborough.
Dan Jones 007 missed his entry. That's going to be costly.
Whatever you do, Mr. Bond, don't caulk it up.
Here comes Pops Margson, the 99.
91, Ken Shea.
54, Bill Yarborough.
Slim Jim Gately named him Skeegee because his name is interesting, easy to pronounce, but when you look at the spelling, it's a trip.
It's counterintuitive. And speaking of Slim, he's on pit road now. Your leader, 23.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Sam Young does a power slide. Joey Chitwood trying to go in early and slid all the way up and almost took out the 59. That was crazy. And I don't know if Sam hit his pit stall. I mean, we got so much going on. I don't know
Sam's
if we
in the
can
pits
catch
currently.
this. Or pit entry, so he did make it. But, man, you got to go back and look at that power slide Sam Young did and almost came up into the 59. Dude, you got to bring that up.
Absolutely. Let me just see. Joe Sherm hits
And
pit
then
road.
91 coming out, and the 59 still out there.
Nine's
Fuel
rolling in.
saving. These guys are going to try to, maybe go a can and a half. 59 down. Oh, great stop for Ryan Johnson. Nice and smooth, and that's how he rolled. But yeah, catch that. We got action all over the place. Slim Jim Gately leaving pit road out of the P1 stall. This stuff is going to have to sort out here, folks. Our leaderboard.
Currently showing Dennis Chambers as the leader. Waiting for that to update.
So 4 tires for the 59, but maybe they're going a can and a half.
Yeah, It's not gonna make a difference because it takes longer to put 4
Takes the
tires
same-
on than to put 2
same
cans
time,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a long green flag, right? Green flag, blah, 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 green flag run. Just so smooth. That is so difficult. Just, I was watching the whole sequence with Ryan Johnson there, professional sim
Well,
racer,
here you have
go-kart
it.
racer.
Ryan Johnson and Sam Young. Wow, look at that power slide by
Yeah, is
Sam.
that crazy, dude, or what? Hill car's coming up. Biscuit Eater, Rick Biscotter and the other STP Racers is coming onto the track there. We're going to have to see how this sorts out. Got to still think that when it all comes out in the wash, the 23 executed greatly. Well, you know, let me tell you something. That's not the first time I've seen Sam Young pull off something amazing. He's just one of those guys, been around racing, he's raced, he's been on pit crews, he's grown up around racing, and he's got great car control and great sideways control. And you see that, you know, the normal mortal would have taken out the other car and not put on a show. They would have put on a wreck. And that was Sam Young doing what he do, which is driving sideways.
Well, there you have what the net result of that was. Dennis Chambers took the strategy of running it as long as he could, trying to catch a caution, trying to catch everyone a lap down. And Slim Jim took the splitting the run in half approach, you know, backing it up from lap 10 where they pitted. So he went to lap 60 and before he pitted, and you see that there's a difference. The 10 car of Dennis Chambers, who had the lead in that cycle, led 4 laps during it, is now in 8th place, 13.5 seconds back. And Slim's back in the lead, 1.2 seconds up on Jordan McGregor.
I've always said, and I've always wished, I would love to
Oh, and
see
a penalty for the 10. I think I just saw him duck back down again, or...
Oh my gosh.
Nope, my bad. My right side. My laptop wasn't live. I pulled a multi.
Wow, that doesn't happen very often. Smart brother. What I was going to say there is, you know, I mean, I've already elaborated a lot on Slim because he's such a high character dude and a great driver, but I would just love to see him get a championship on Friday night that he deserves. But he will always put life first, and
Absolutely.
and that's the way it should be, you know. But yet again, I would still love to see him get that championship. But you know, besides that, what we're seeing and what we've seen, 2 wins already, and who knows? But the display of him on top of his game shows me he's at, you know, things are pretty chill right now, and he's able to focus on driving. And when he does that, he is as good as anybody in the NASCAR 2003 world. And I put money on it.
Well, here's your leader with Jordan McGregor running him down. Now only 0.8 seconds back, and then your next best battle on the track, Mark DeCenza and Bill Yarborough, the 3 and the 54, on your right side there. So that's where we're going to focus right now.
Coming up. They can make it if there is a caution. What are you going to do? But, you know, folks, you're a fan. You play PlayStation, or you play Xbox, or you play iRacing, or you play R Factor 2.
Ooh, 54 gets wiggly into the corner.
NASCAR 2003 in a pro sim racing league. Don't you want to be a part of this, man? It's cheap. It's virtually free. And
There you go. DeRocket takes the spot, moves himself into fourth position.
it's a great run for the 3 here. And I'm just so glad. You got to be healthy to be able to start to run better. It's taxing, even though it's a simulator. So, after a heart attack, and you pray for a good friend. I've known him for a long time, and see him starting to compete like he used to. That tells me he's feeling better.
Absolutely. And meanwhile, cue the Jaws theme. As Jordan McGregor is just breathing down Slim's neck here. No.
Man, I'm trying to come up with some quotes right there, but my mind's going blank though. But I'll work on that. P4 for the 3, excellent. What could have been with the 95? He could be. It looks like he could be. In line for the lucky dog, so he needs a caution here.
Yeah, Will Farmer is currently the first car lap down in that 95. Overall, 17 cars on the lead lap.
And that car's pretty good. Let's just look at the best lap times, which right now Ken Shea just ran a 23.897. Best lap 23.737.
Fastest lap tonight was the 30 car, Jordan McGregor, a 23.666. That's 133 miles per hour. He's currently running 23.9s.
And we got a caution out. The pace car is out. And that's just what some of these guys really wanted.
Yeah, this is definitely a pit for 4 tires. Nobody needs to worry about fuel right now.
Can't do 2. You just can't. There's no advantage. Track position, you'll get smoked like a fine Cuban cigar here. This is money time though. This is not easy. Slim Jim Gailey down pit road in that Chevrolet.
And I found the source of our caution here. Our in-race reporter Dan Jones and the 9 car of Ken Shea there, 007 and the 9 just get together, and not Ken Shea, Ken Hansen rather. And Ken goes for a slide, stops against the safer barrier there, has to let the field go on by, and that puts us under our second caution of the night. I believe just 2 caution flags tonight. And this will set us up for about a, 14 lap run to the finish.
Jim Gailey, are you kidding me? 2
What?
tires for the leader.
Oh, that had to be a mistake.
Oh my gosh, am I right here? I gotta look at this again. This is not what they were looking for, unless the rest of these guys were doing that too. Let me take a look here. Gosh, I'm gonna look at second place, Jordan McGregor, and see what he did. No, he got 4.
Did Slim as well?
Am I tripping here? Let's see. This happens all the time, folks, so bear with me because I'm pretty brain dead. I could swear I thought I saw him get 2 tires.
Well, here's his
can't
pit
be.
stop.
That was 2 tires, dude.
See the right side's going on.
He gone.
And yep, and he drops and gone.
A few laps there, but these short tracks, cheese grater. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here, but especially with a great. Was he thinking that the other guys were going to try to get 2? He has no track position to gain.
Or was he
Definitely
thinking
the
more people were going to stay out?
The 30 definitely got 4 and came out really quickly behind him. That 30 crew nailed it, man. They must have been drinking a bunch of Folgers right there. So
Lights are off on the FSB pace car.
okay, I'm gonna hit the porta potty real quick.
Oh, hurry up, because this thing's almost over. We are going to take this restart on lap 87, giving us 14 laps to go. And Slim Jim with just 2 right side tires and left sides that have got about 26 laps on them. I don't like this situation for Slim. Jordan McGregor was already running him down on the tires they had. My thing is maybe Slim's thinking he can hold the lead and hope for some cautions. But he was in the catbird seat, already in the lead. I don't like this strategy, but I've been wrong before as the pace car ducks off. Slim Jim leads us back to green. Jordan McGregor pounces on that start. He's going to be looking low, probably into 1. No, he thinks better of it. He'll just follow in line and look for that opportunity, knowing, as he was pitted right behind Slim, he knows that there's only two tires on that car.
I'm gonna say that what happened was that Slim probably had 2 tires checked. There's gonna be pit crew chief and driver. I would say he had 2 tires checked and didn't check them back to 4 before the stop. I would say he could see the same thing we saw, and it must have been a oversight. I don't think he would do that on purpose. Yet that car is still strong. He's been the strongest car all night.
What he needs is exactly what Ken Shea is looking to do, and that's for Ken to put some... Oh, and this is helping him too.
And the caution is out. Now what do you do?
Now you stay out. Now you run what you brung.
You have to stay out, but what this does is every lap under caution negates the advantage that the 30 has, and you're going to get great restarts from the 23, and you've seen that they just can't pull him over here. So this is definitely in Slim's. He needs a little luck here, and he just got it.
Here you have the source of your caution. The 27 and the 192 car, Dan Irvine, Joe Sharam, heading into turn 1, and they just kind of look to both occupy the same piece of real estate, and it doesn't really work. 27 goes for a ride, backs into the wall. There's all sorts of rear end damage to that Miller machine.
Yeah, that's just a tough deal there, because very hard for the 192 to stay down any lower than he did,
Yeah, plus no matter what view he drives, he can't see the 27 up there anymore. And they just kind of got back together.
And the 27 was an outside-in apex, so they meet at the secret tree, and there's contact. I think by the time the spotter told Dan that he was he was envisioning himself clearing the 192 at that point. I'm sure that's where it was at.
I think so too.
Incident.
I think he was just trying to time that, and
the timing was. That's how quick you have to think. At 170 miles an hour, you only get one chance at it, and this is definitely what Slim Jim Gately wanted now. It'll be under 10 laps to go. And he's going to put the pedal to the metal, and Norris is, biting their fingernails right now, but he's got a really good shot here. The 30, we see what he can do. He's just awesome. And then you got that bumblebee back there. Ken Shea is just from the couch to having a chance to win this race. And that's what he does. Ken Shea's such a great guy and a great driver. always in the mix when he shows up. See that yellow car, bright, that black stripe. And how about the 3 there of
Mark
Mark
DeCenza.
DeCenza is blistering tonight. I see I'm writing on the wall for the future, guys. I'm feeling better and I'm back. And that's bad news for the Bears.
Yeah, what better way to announce your return
Ryan
by a
Johnson
strong run
behind the
tonight.
54 there. Where did he come from again?
Yeah,
Just
Ryan
like I said,
Johnson
at
listed.
the beginning of the race, he was in the weeds. He was in the rear with the gear, you know, on the sack of seeds, just sitting there chewing a twig, and all of a sudden, there he is, trying to get a podium.
Yeah, pace car is going to duck in here, and we were going to restart this with 7 to go.
Rick Johnson needed this, but I think it's just it's so hard to pass here. You need mistakes, but mistakes could be crashing here. Jordan McGregor really gets a great restart, dogs the 23, and takes him down low. That was an awesome restart by the 30.
But here comes Ken Shea.
Jim coming hard on the outside, and they almost touch. Down the back straight, they're side by side. That's Slim Jim Chevrolet gets a great run, and oh my gosh. That's
Look at
that
Shea on the
line.
outside.
Look at that line, and Ken Shea's trying to get a piece of it. Here comes the 3-2. What a power move from the 23 on 2 tires. Jordan McGregor's going to be going, are you kidding me? And now
He's facing a challenge for the 3 for second.
Absolutely. He tried to set the 23 up, but that let the other guys behind him set him up. Then Jim Gately with that line. Look at that line. You're not watching any of these guys be able to make that line. He showed me that. He does the same thing at Martinsville. He does the same thing at a lot of these short tracks. Gosh, I can't think of them right now because I'm brain dead.
Richmond for
And
one.
Kentucky, he does that going into the corners of Kentucky and he's the latest on the outside and still able to get
Ken Shea and Mark DeCenza get together on the
And
backstretch.
there's a big wreck behind him. Mark keeps going. Caution for the 23.
This could be for the win.
This could be it at the line. Wow. There may be somebody fired in the pit crew tonight for the 23, but they still might just pulled off the win here.
They did, because that's inside 5 to go. I think that's gonna end it.
Jim Gately, what a battle there with the 30, getting a great start. That shows the experience of Jordan McGregor and what he's capable of and what he's done in the past. This ain't his first rodeo, and he nailed that restart. As good as you can do without breaking the rules. It was perfect. Got that run, and the 23 just drove it in there on the outside like he meant it. And what a great first corner for Slim Jim Gately. That was like cold trickle, just drive it in there and it'll stick, I promise.
Well, here's what happened on the backstretch. Looks like the 91 just kept coming up, and he wasn't clear. And 3 was there, and they got hooked. Let's also go just take another look at that restart from Slim Jim's perspective.
Absolutely.
We'll do the rear chase. Here's Slim taking him back to what'll ultimately turns out to be the final restart.
I'm watching the main car. Just, wow.
See, Jordan took that peak to the bottom. Slim gave him the room, but he knew he had the high side momentum. Then this business behind him here with Mark DeCenza, Ken Shea. Yeah, that's helping get Ken Shea a run to the outside of the 30.
My son, absolutely, Doris.
Yeah. Unflappable. He knew what he had to do. He went out there and did it. He got some help with the racing behind him. Jordan McGregor cleared there, but just can't quite get up to him.
I don't know if he even needed the cautions. His domination there in this race, that car was the class of the field all night, and everybody knew it. Jordan with a great show there and a great running that Folgers Ford, but he had not. Look at how he crosses over him with that apex and gets a launch and pulls a car and a half on the 30 there. Unbelievable. You cannot rattle the 23. I've never been able to when I was close enough to even have a chance to do it.
You see Slim was taking the line to protect the bottom. He wasn't blocking, but he was making sure that if Jordan was going to make a move, he was going to have to do it on the outside.
Well, and there was respect there, too, for the 30 new.
And then there's the hook.
Great skills for these guys.
3 and the 91 hook each other, and that's the end of the race right there.
Well, they were racing for it, and, tough for the 91 there. As I'm watching it delayed, but I actually didn't see the wreck, so I'm watching it through the broadcast. So give me a second, so at least I can see. Yeah, he just kind of came up into him on the back straight, I think, or
yeah, about halfway down the back stretch there, about 3/4 down.
Nevertheless, Ken Shea's a great guy, and I'm sure he loved the battle. I'd like to get him in the booth too, but we're going to get Mark DeCenza, and I definitely want to talk to him and see how he's feeling. And a podium for the 3 there on the outside, definitely, a racing deal, and at least in my announcer opinion, the 3 comes up and gives a little love tap.
They're teammates, longtime friends.
Longtime friends, and everybody's just been rooting for the 3. Mark DeCenza is such a class act, and you take it for granted. You do this simulation and get along, and you hang out, and realize you've developed friendships over time, and we've lost friends over time. We have friends battling. Bubba Razor, hanging in there, bro, and we've lost friends, so we've been around a long time. They're great times, bros, and Slim Jim Gately is your winner. Mom is proud, and Bill Farmer in the house. Congratulations.
Yeah, Bill off skiing in Utah, joining us from the ski lodge. Thanks for checking in, Bill.
Don't, they say break a leg in acting, but don't break a leg, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Please don't. You need those for braking and driving.
Wow, just another great show on a short track.
So I'm going to have Milt to go gather up our podium finishers there, and once again, those are... Let me get it on the laptop here. Yeah, Slim Jim Gately, your winner. That's at least 3 this season. Jordan McGregor, my pick. Strong run there in second place. Never know what he could have done with those 4 fresh tires, but definitely was a force to be reckoned with tonight. And Mark DeCenza returns to the podium, puts the 3-car third. Bill Yarborough, again, we talk about him as a short track specialist, and there he was at the end. Just like predicted. Rick Johnson, doing what he do. Moves the 52 car up to P5. So definitely a strong short track specialist presence there in the top 5, as you'd expect. Ryan Johnson.
Points are up.
Ryan Johnson brings it home 6th. Dennis Chambers 7th. Sam Young quietly puts himself into the top 10 there with an 8th place run. And Steve Weber And Will Farmer bounces back from some issues there to come back as the 10th place finisher. All right, I'm informed from a whisper there that Ryan has updated the points. So let's refresh that. And you see Bill Yarbrough with that strong top 5 run holds on to his point lead. Rick Johnson in second place. Slim Jim jumps up 3 spots to 10 points back in the third spot. Jordan McGregor picks up a spot, making up for some of what he lost there in the weeks that he missed. Dennis Chambers tied for fourth currently. So 6th place goes to Dan Irvine. And returning to the post-race show, returning to the podium, we got the Rocket. Man, you finished a race and you finished it strong. It's good to see you out there again, and good to have you back up in the booth, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Shawn. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Slim. He was a class of the field, and other teammate there, Jordan, he ran well. Is good, and apologize to the 91 there at the end. I mean, it was a close call. You know, he was alongside of me, and it said inside, and as soon as we started wrecking, it said clear. So then we kind of both agreed it was kind of a close call, hard racing. But I hated to see that happen. I would have rather got by him, you know, in a different way. But yeah, it's just good to finish, be able to be physically good to finish a race, and it's about the best I could run right there. And again, Slim was a class of the field, him and Jordan, and I had nothing for them at all.
Yeah, those guys were fast, but yeah, you just kept at it. You kept plugging away. It's a relief to see you returning to form. So yeah, that as far as that wreck, it just looked like a racing deal. You both kind of went for the same spot. I wouldn't call it one way or the other, but it looked like you were pretty much holding your lines. So again, great job, Mark. Great to see you back to form.
Thanks,
and
congratulations.
Absolutely.
Thanks for what you guys do as well, man.
Yeah, thank you. And Jordan, I had you picked, and I didn't curse you, so that's good. You got the second spot there. You had the 4 fresh tires. You think you had something for Slim?
What a great restart. Oh, my God. That was perfect.
Yeah, I think.
Couldn't make it, you know. He drove it on the outside like he meant it, man. I mean, it was unbelievable. Thought he's got him. No way.
Yeah, Slim came back good on the outside there. I was hoping that we'd stay green that first restart after he took 2, because I think I'd have been able to get him. But gave him a little bit too much room after I got underneath him and took a little bit of a bad angle into 1 there. But he had the class of the field the whole race. I was pretty good on the long runs. I could stay with him, but he had me beat. So
Well, definitely a strong run, and after missing some time, you gained some ground back in the points there. So you're still very much in this. You're only 12 back, picking up a spot there to tie with Dennis Chambers.
I don't know if I wanted to know how to do a restart, I would contact Jordan McGregor, because that was the way. That's how you do it, man. I mean, that was a great. You dogged a guy that doesn't get dogged very often. You got him on that restart. It's just he powered through that corner like I did not expect, man.
Well, Slim can work that high side in 1 and 2. That's like Richmond.
Well, that was his line all night. It was perfect. So
Slim,
we're sitting here talking to you.
Oh, wait a minute, Milty. Slim, I gotta know, were the 2 tires an accident, or did you mean to do that?
No, you know, that's like every time I get in a situation like that and I'm in the lead, it never fails. I'll take 4, everybody else will take 2. I take 2, everybody else takes 4. I meant to take 2 because I really thought some of them other ones would. No more. I mean, we were going to only have like 14, 15 laps to go.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, that maybe you were banking on the other guys not pitting or only taking 2 and getting some space between you and Jordan or anyone else who took 4. When I saw you were the only one taking 2, I thought you were a sitting duck. But man, that was a power move to hang on the outside. I'm sure you loved seeing all that racing behind you in your mirror too, and then possibly saved by the bell there with the caution.
Yep, man, my teammates, man, both of them, they were both class acts as well tonight, and it's so good to see Mark back at pretty much back to his form. So real happy for that, man. But man, checkered flag racing, top 3, man, can't do any better than that.
Yep, that's definitely asserting some dominance there tonight, guys. So congratulations,
let them
all you.
2 finish in front of me.
Well, your mom's very proud, as usual.
We got another one there with your mom watching. That's 3 of the last 4, I think.
It is. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Yeah, he's definitely taken some names this season there in that number 23 Slim Jim machine. So thanks again to our podium finishers for joining us here. Once again, Mark DeSenza, Jordan McGregor, Slim Jim Gately. Great run, guys. Congratulations, all of you. Thanks, as always, Milt Minter, my partner, joining me up here in the booth. Can't do it without you, buddy. And our in-race reporter, Dan Jones, popping in a couple times there. Thanks, as always, our series sponsor, checking in the YouTube chat, too, Bill Farmer. Enjoy the rest of your ski vacation. Don't break a leg, please. For real. But we appreciate you putting up the hardware that we're all racing for here.
I love you, too.
And thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. So glad we can put this out there for family and friends to check out for you guys and while you put on the show. And thanks to all you joining us out there on YouTube. You know, Ken Sauska, Bill Farmer, Doris Gately, Francis Dittman, anyone else I missed. Appreciate you guys checking in the chat.
These two put on the show as well.
Series,
you guys do a heck of a job. So.
Thanks, man. Series admin Ryan Johnson, league promoter Sam Young, and for FSB Racing, I'm Shawn Reap saying good night.